Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I've just had to make two very difficult videos about Terra Luna and AVAX. Just sort of the message really that we are really facing here a situation of coins, various coins, not only Terra Luna and potentially AVAX, but I mean I also already talked about my concerns about XRP. I talked about my concerns about IOTA. We talked about my concerns about Phantom. I talked about my concerns about Blocktopia. You know, all these coins that have seen significant price drops. And today there will be a live stream about coins that I think are high risk. If anything is not high risk at the moment, honestly, because today is another day where the altcoins are getting hammered down. You know, I'm always being told I'm too bearish, not by channel members and not by loyal viewers, because you know that my view has been so far, I think, in terms of what the downtrend is related to, it has been spot on so far. Some coins have dropped even lower than I expected, and therefore I have decided to make a live stream today, and that will be around 6 o'clock UTC, you know, plus minus half an hour. I will make you aware in a public post here on YouTube when the live stream is going to start, when we get a bit closer to the time. I would have loved to do a Terra Luna live stream earlier today, didn't have the time, but it is an important topic to cover. And you know, on this channel, I always be very honest. I want to cover risks. I want to make you aware of my views. And sorry about the noise in the background. But I think it's time to really talk, because a lot of the coins are dropping a little bit faster than expected. Yeah, Terra Luna anyway, but AVAX as well. I've just seen, I mean, NIR is not really at a risk, but maybe it is. I need to have a look, and then we will do that video later today. I mean, look at Algorand, 20%. I mean, here VeChain 3.3 is sort of the 88.7% fib level. Now below that, I talked about that in the VeChain video, there is significant support even below that, but I said it many times. Any coin that drops below the 88.7% Fibonacci level stays there for a while. The chance to recover go lower. And here, even when we were $2, I told you 150 for Sandbox. Now we've dropped below that. I mean, what's going on? So we have to talk, and I'm not one of the people who create panic, you know that, but when there is risk, we have to talk about it. And therefore, I encourage you to have a look at 6 o'clock UTC. This will be a public live stream, because it is for everybody, I think, but I will slow down the chat, because in the last live stream I did, and at the time we had like 35,000 subscribers, now it's 55. You know, you just get all the spamming going on, so I will slow down the chat, just that you know, or where everybody can maybe post every minute or something. So we'll see, we'll get there. It is something very important to cover, so very difficult messages here at the moment. And but this is not only in the crypto market, we see it generally in all markets. Yeah, I believe even the gold market is still in the correction. Been talking about that, even though it's not visible yet, but I still think we see lower prices here. The oil is going to go down. But anyway, this is Bitcoin video. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Sorry if I'm too you know, talk about Bitcoin. Obviously we've been talking about these levels since November. We've come here into this area. Told you in the last video that the low could already be in, but primarily I expect at least one more drop, maybe 2 drops. Yeah, so this I can't really we can't really see with a high probability yet, because we need to see how the next waves are going to play out. This is based on the Elliott Wave count. What I do expect now after this strong move down is a slight recovery here. I had a question, so this recovery, I actually need to show that to you like that, will go into this range here with the highest likelihood, the area between 32.2k and 35k. This is sitting between the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level of this wave down and the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Can this wave 4, which I have on the chart, even go higher? Yes, it could. It would just be less likely. And if we go higher than 35k, we might look at an alternative scenario, but it doesn't make sense to talk about it yet. It will then obviously have a chance to go higher. In a wave 4, it still could go as high as theoretically the wave 1 pretty much. So let's call it pretty much 37.3k, but it would just get less likely that it then is still a wave 4, because a wave 4 typically does not like to retrace more than the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which is here just below 35k. So after this retracement in a wave 4, which theoretically could already be done, because we have already moved all the way up to 32.5k here with this wick, yeah, we expect another sell-off. And what concerns me is that the altcoins are basically preempting that sell-off already. It's a little bit like a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember when we had the altcoin sell-off and then the week later we had the massive Bitcoin drop? Could something similar be happening again? Could we see the sell-off of the altcoins today, and could Bitcoin follow in the next few days? Certainly likely, because I do expect that one more dump here at least. When we then come down into this yellow target area, which is located between 20 and 29k, we've got two key support areas. First of all, the 61.8% Fibonacci level, which is at 27k pretty much, a little bit higher than that. And then we have the 200-week moving average coming here. So the price really has never dropped below the 200-week moving average, maybe a little bit, but that could then here be that buffer all the way to the lower support of the target area to 20k. Can we drop below that? We could. We can't really see that yet. Yeah, what I could see back in November was this target area between 20 and 29k, pretty much there. Happy about it, sort of. I don't like seeing all these altcoins bleed at the moment. Honestly, I really don't like it. I was pretty pleased to see these altcoins come into my target areas that I've been talking about for months. What I'm not happy about is that some of them are going through. Yeah, I have to be very honest about that. So yeah, we can drop below the yellow target area here as well, and the next target would be around 17k. There's also a volume spike in this area. So if I zoom out, these are obviously, we've got the fib levels on the chart, but if I zoom out and maybe even go to the weekly, and yeah, it's difficult times, and I love to be there 24 hours for you. I know I am already nearly there for you 24 hours, but I really like to be here more often. But it's just crazy. Yeah, there is a bit of a volume spike. And I need to zoom out a little bit. On the VPVR indicator, just below this target area, yeah, you've got here this support between that 78.6% fib level and the 20k area. So you see a spike here on the VPVR, actually the biggest spike of all of this, with the exception of that one down there around 10k. I mean, that is my absolute worst case, which I don't really want to think about really at the moment, because I don't really want to think about what happens to some of the altcoins I hold when this is going to take place. But therefore, diversification is so important. Been talking about that many times. Thing is, you can't really diversify in the crypto market easily, but when you have different coins, at least when one dies, the next bull run should cover for those losses. Yeah, but if you only invest in one coin which then dies and you put all in one, no good. I made one mistake in the earlier video. Well, not really a mistake, it was more like it was too early in the morning, so it was a mistake, but I should have known better. Showed you here the target area for that head and shoulders, just sort of to show you, which doesn't change anything, but I showed you that target area for the head and shoulders, and tired as I was, I took the vertical, the head height, added it to the lower area of that channel, which is of course wrong. Should have added it to the neckline here, or even here when there was a breakout. And this, when we broke the neckline, this would now take us to around 20k. So not that bad. It looked a bit like in the earlier video like 13k or something. But take these technical targets with a pinch of salt. I like to rely on the Fibonacci levels. Like here the 61.8 or the 78.6, or even here the 200-week moving average, which is at 22k. So yeah, sorry it's been a bit of a longer video at the moment. There's a lot going on, a lot of questions. I always try to answer them. I have to say sorry at the moment. I can't answer all the YouTube questions. Normally I give my best also to read every comment. At the moment it's crazy, especially with what Terra Luna is happening there, with the Terra Luna ecosystem. Every second question is about Terra Luna. So, sorry, I can't answer them all, but yeah, that's what it is, and I give my best. So, hopefully you still enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. We'll get to better times soon. See you in the next video and in the live stream. Bye-bye.